Once, in a quiet little village, surrounded by fields and forests, lived a farmer named Lucas and his gentle wife, Mary. Lucas had once been known as the most generous man in town, always helping the poor, always giving away more than he had. But kindness without careful planning slowly drained his wealth, and before long he had lost almost everything. Soon the proud landowner became a poor man with nothing left but a small, aging cottage. During the years of comfort, Lucas had prayed endlessly for a child, yet his prayers were never answered. But life has a strange way of changing course. When he and Mary were at their lowest, struggling even for a loaf of bread, Mary gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, a tiny spark of hope in their darkest days. For the first time in a long while, the couple smiled as they held their little daughter, but the happiness soon turned into worry. "How will we raise her?" Lucas whispered, his voice trembling. "I can't even afford her christening." Determined to give his daughter a proper start, Lucas set out to find a godmother. He first approached the wife of a laborer, hoping she would accept. But she refused. Outright being godmother to a poor man's child, she said, would bring her no benefit. With a heavy heart, Lucas returned home. Mary, trying to hide her disappointment, suggested visiting their old neighbor Rosewood, the wife of the wealthy burgomaster. Mary had once been godmother to Rosewood's child, so surely she would return the kindness. But when Lucas reached her grand house, Rosewood looked at him with cold eyes. She scoffed at the idea of helping someone so poor, saying she couldn't afford to waste money on beggars. Lucas walked away silently, hurt and humiliated. Mary wrapped their baby in a piece of an old skirt, her only cloth warm enough, and Lucas set off toward the chapel. On the way, he met an elderly woman walking slowly along the path. Desperate, he asked, "Grandmother, would you be willing to be my daughter's godmother?" The old woman listened quietly as Lucas explained how everyone had turned him away. Then she smiled gently. "Give me the child," she said. "I will stand for her." They reached the chapel just as the priest was preparing to leave. Hearing their story, the priest agreed to perform the ceremony. The baby was christened. After the christening, the old woman reached into her pocket and slipped a single gold koina, dukatinto Marishka's tiny clothes. "With this blessing," she said softly, "your daughter will grow up in happiness. She will bring joy into your home. And one day, she shall marry well. May this coin never fail you." And then, before Lucas could thank her, the woman touched the ground and vanished like a wisp of smoke. Lucas stood stunned, but Marishka's cries snapped him back to reality. He hurried home and told Mary everything. When Mary checked the child's clothes, she gasped. Not one, but several gold coins fell to the floor. Even stranger, whenever they picked up a single ducat, 9 more appeared beside it, turning 1 coin into 10. Soon, a glowing pile of gold lay at their feet. "This must be a blessing from heaven," Lucas whispered. "We must use it wisely." They hid the treasure carefully and decided to tell no one, not even their neighbors. Lucas exchanged 1 coin to buy food, milk, and a maid to help Mary. News spread quickly that Lucas had suddenly received riches, though no one knew how. Rosewood, hearing rumors of a barrel of gold, rushed to visit Mary. She tried to pry information from her, but Mary only smiled politely and said little. Rosewood spent days looking around the village for the mysterious godmother, but the woman was never seen again. With time, Lucas bought back their old farmland, livestock, and everything he had once lost. Poverty had taught him valuable lessons, so he no longer wasted his earnings. He worked hard, saved money, and balanced generosity with wisdom. Years went by, and Marishka grew into a graceful young woman who brought endless joy to her parents. One day she would meet a prince and begin a new chapter of her life, but that is a tale for another time. As for Lucas and Mary, they lived comfortably, never falling into poverty again. Lucas continued to help others, but always with care. He had learned one timeless truth. In moments of hardship, it is what we save that saves us.